Diabetics Radio Company, another edition of the Transplant Zone with Gary Register. I'm Stan Houston, and now we tell you that Gary is doing better, but we always find that even after the surgery, we find things that make life difficult and challenging, always in adjustment as we seek a full recovery and back to school, back to life, and back to work.
Hey guys, this is Gary Register. It's Thursday, and I went to the hand doctor to look at that finger, and what he told me was interesting. He said it was a lack of blood flow to the lower part of my hand when they were doing heart transplant surgery. It's not uncommon for that to happen, and they said they put a number one line up my arm so that they could get the blood and different things that they need during transplant. And evidently, it did something to the vein, and as because of that, my finger was not getting enough blood to the lower part of the pinky. And so they said that's something that can happen. It doesn't always happen, but what they'll do is they gave me 4 weeks to come back, and they'll look at it again. But the blood thinner will help with that. And since there's it's started clearing up some already, and that they are it's not life threatening, but they should know in about 4 weeks if they just take the little tip of it off, or they may have to take a little more than just a little tip, depending on whether it gets infected. But right now it's not infected, so that's all good news. But he said that there's some blood clots, of course, up that arm that's diminishing the pressure going to that pinky. So all that's good. And he said it didn't look too bad, but it's just part of the transplant thing that some happen. I noticed in the hospital that there's one guy that his toes had turned black like that, and I thought, well, he had done something to him or something, and I didn't think about it. But it's kind of the same thing, lack of blood flow to the lower part of the extremities is kind of common for diabetics to have that. Um, but in my case, it's just that little pinky. And they took the pulse of the finger up the arm and all that. And he even blocked one of the blood vessels going down to my hand. Actually, all different ones, 3 different ones. And you could tell which ones were strong, and the one that was seeing the pinky that was giving me trouble. Well, because of that ride home and them poking all on my arm, I was hurting pretty bad, so I took a pain pill, and it's got me all tongue tied. So I'll get back in touch with you, but I told everybody I wanted to let them know what was going on, and I will. And I'm going to send you this short one. Actually, I don't know how short it is, but anyway, you know me, I like to talk. Hopefully you'll go through. It's about 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to send this on to you, and you can look at it, and I'll call you in a couple of days. Thanks. God is good, always.